Hello, Tochino Master here, and today we are doing a review of sorts. Something pretty special. This is a art doll of Bowser. Not just Bowser, but classic Bowser from the era, Famicom era, and I think all the way up until I guess 64. They started changing his design right after Super Mario World, where he started having more orange scales, and the red eyes came. I want to say a couple years after Super Mario Bros. 3. I gotta remember. But originally, his eyes were blue because of a miscommunication between Miyamoto and the designer for Bowser. So that's why his eyes are blue here. We'll go ahead and go over the points of this here. Just before we get into that, look how beautiful this thing is. How incredible this is. Like, really take a look at that. The eyes will somewhat go the direction that you're looking, but not fully. There you go. There's a good look at him. Look at him. Just looking mean at you. Down. Very, very much alive. You know. Hair is incredible. The scaling detail is great. It uses a weird, almost like a material that a couch would or a pillow would. If you know what you're talking about, one of those decor pillows, and it blends in well with the polymer clay right here. That transitions into it. Even right here too. You see his little claws here. Now he is very delicate. He is very fragile. So you can't let him fall. You can't be too crazy with him. There's his tail. There's the shell. Let's take a look at that shell work there. Look at just every single line this person's done and carved and etched. It is quite incredible. It looks amazing in the back. And I know it's weird, this little white rim there. I think that's to cover it, to cover the seam lines and everything. But I kind of like it. It has like a Japanese dragon flair, you see a lot with their dragons. They have like fur in random sections, especially with any what are they like? I want to say dolls usually have that type of thing going on, depending on the doll, especially if it's an ornate doll or something like that. And it just reminds me a lot of that, and I love it. This Bowser was quite expensive. It was created by Creations, Krealocreatures, something like that. Wonderful seller, amazing to talk to her. She'll do a payment plan and stuff. This Bowser cost me about $795 in total. Definitely worth the wait. He's about around, I want to say, 22 inches tall or so. And he does actually come with one accessory. And that accessory is a cape. And the cape's pretty simple to put on. Now, there is a string you could put the cape around. I personally like to just drape the cape. Kind of like that. And there's really not much else you really got to do. I think the cape gives them a good regal appearance. Which, again, the cape is actually a memento to his appearance in that game, Super Mario Bros. 3, where he actually had a cape for a little bit that they gave him. They're very experimental with the direction they want to go with Bowser at the original time. Around that time, man, you cannot ignore classic Bowser. And this honestly looks like it jumped right off the artwork. It really does. Like the proportions. I know it looks weird here, but if you compare the artwork and you see how the actual feet proportions are, the arm proportions and everything, it fits the artwork like perfectly. It's actually somewhat inspired by the claymation dolls in the Super Mario World commercial for the Famicom a while back. And it's just incredible to see this in full light. I know he looks kind of green here, but he's actually not. It's like a greenish mixed with yellow. It's like a mustardy, very much like Melee Bowser, like the render art Melee Bowser, which is really really cool. The hair, you got that nice synthetic hair going on here. The sculpt is just absolutely incredible. Like if you even look in here, you just see taste buds on his freaking tongue. Like that is gnarly, dude. That is a gnarly, gnarly mouth right there for Bowser. And then you have those eyes. He's got a little like almost like shading around the eyes. And I really like that shading. It gives him this look like almost like mascara, kind of like a Japanese loyalty would wear, like an emperor or a feudal lord, because that's what Bowser actually is. Bowser is supposed to be a form of a daimyo. That's actually his Japanese name, daimyo or daimyo, or I don't remember the pronunciation. I think it's daimyo though, and that means grand demon emperor, grand emperor. So it's Daimyo Koopa, right? Instead of Bowser. But we call him Bowser over here in the West. And even there, they'll call him Bowser. It just depends on how they see him. But yeah, really, really just amazing work on this thing here. Just incredible design, incredible rendition of Bowser. Probably my best Bowser in my collection, because I have a lot more than this. I have one that was signed by Charles Martinet, but this doesn't even compare to it. And this is actually, fun fact about this, I gave away my Cherry Cool Toys Bowser plush a while back. It had the cape, it had the blue eyes and everything. And that was the first of my Bowser collection, and I gave that away to Charles Martinet. Not Miyamoto, Charles Martinet. And then I acquired this from Krealocreatures as like my last Bowser. This is my last Bowser. I also have a Bowser suit, which I'll be showing videos of too. But yeah, this is the last of the Bowsers. It's very satisfying, very relieving to finally finish off this collection. I'll also go over some other stuff with this guy that he can do. This is really cool. He moves. He has articulation. He has an elbow. You can kind of pivot. I'm not trying to move him too much. It's kind of hard with the camera, but you can see it. He moves. I'm not trying to do it too much. So he has arm movement. Same here. Yeah, this is fun. Arm movement there. Again, not trying to do too much. He doesn't need too much. Legs even move too. And I can also like bend him forward like that. I can bend him back. He's like a big old futzy gremlin too. It's funny. See? Bend him back. Now he stands a little taller. He's like, rawr. He's like, oh, I'm big bad Bowser. And then you could also, for a little more expression, bend him to the side. Look at that. See, so he could bend to the side. He could bend, or he can bend back. He could do all the different fun things that Bowser design can do. And he doesn't really need to do much. It's classic Bowser. Like, what do you really need him to do? You don't need him to have him, like, in crazy poses or anything. He's perfect. He's perfect. That's that, you know? But, yeah, I figured I'd at least show off a little bit of his articulation, a little what he can do and what he's able to do. But I love this thing so much. He is very much a treat to have in this collection. And I very much appreciate Krealocreatures Creations for this Bowser here. But yeah, that would be it for this review. I will be signing off now. I think I've hit everything that I could when it comes to this design and this particular purchase and costume. I hope you enjoy.